Welcome back to Upfront and Honest Reviews. Today is Wednesday, March 23rd. Current time is 6:44 p.m. Mountain Time. I hope all of you are doing well. I know it has been months since I posted a video. I had some things to take care of and everything is going as planned. So, what is my topic today? Duolingo Plus versus Duolingo. I recently decided to try Duolingo Plus for the free 2-week trial period. I initially started with Duolingo. Duolingo is free, it is fun, but it has ads, and you can only make 5 mistakes. Then you have to earn more hearts. Let's see what it looks like when we go in. Okay, so you can see quickly if you join Duolingo Plus, that is what the screen will look like once you go past your free 2-week trial period. If you only have the Duolingo, then your screen will be green and it will change to this. Okay, so as you can see, I have been practicing a lot and there are a lot of lessons. Okay, so up here, this heart will be red. And like I said, it would say 5. And then once it gets down to 0, then you practice or you watch an ad, you earn a heart. It might ask you, do you want to earn another heart? And then you would say yes, and then you will end up watching another ad. Once you get to 5, you can't earn any more. So you really shouldn't practice past the 5 times or watch more than 5 ads. Save that for if you need to earn 5 more hearts. Now, if you decide that you want to do the family plan, Duolingo Plus also has an individual plan. So first, you know what? Let's start with that. The individual plan is $6.99 per month per individual. So if you have 2 people that are really going to seriously try to learn languages, and you can learn, I think it said, as many as you want, whether you have Duolingo or Duolingo Plus, then the benefit of having the family plan is that you can have 5 people and it's $119.99 per year. Okay, so yes, by the time 2 people say, you know what, I'm in this for the long run, I'm going to keep practicing, I don't want to have any ads, I don't want to have to worry about the amount of mistakes I make because you get unlimited in Duolingo Plus, I want my gyms to last longer, I'll join. Then round up a few people, like I say, up to 5, and try it out for the 2 weeks, see how you like it. And if you like it, then, 119 versus 2 people totaling $160 is a good savings. So let's see, what do you have in here? You have your, or did I show you guys this? I think I forgot to tell you. Up here, if you click manage, it will take you to a different page. You can click edit. Edit shows up in the same spot where it says manage, and you can remove people. So if they say, you know what, I just don't have the time to practice anymore, can you take me off of your membership? They'll probably just go back to having Duolingo and you can take them off. There's a minus that will show up on the left side next to their name. And then a big box down here will pop up and ask you if you're sure that you want to remove them. And if you do, they will be removed from your membership. Okay, so I did forget to mention that. In the settings, you have a daily goal. So when you first sign up for Duolingo, it will ask you, do you know any of the language at all that you picked? So the first thing I picked was Spanish. I picked no because my husband had joined first, and I saw that if you say no, it will start you off on the easy lessons. Now, eventually what I found out is it will put you on the hard lessons anyway. But if you want to start off easy, even if you know some of the words or a lot of it, and say you just want to learn how to read the language as well, say no, it'll start you off as easy, and then eventually it'll get harder, and it'll put you on the hard exercises. And then it'll ask you, how many days a week in a row do you think you'll practice? 2, 5, or 7, something like that. I don't know the exact numbers, but it'll pop up, and then you can pick that. And then it'll ask you, how many minutes a day do you think you'll practice? And it'll say something like 5, 10, or 15. and then you get to choose. If you want to change your daily goal of how many minutes you'll practice, you click on settings and you scroll down to the middle of the page and it'll say update or change daily goal. I did not mean to go out of that. Sorry about that, you guys. Let me straighten everything out here and get us back focused. Let me try that one more time. That looks a little blurry to me. Let's change the screen. Let's see. What does it look like? I meant to hit the back button here. Okay, I guess it was just that screen. Okay, so up here you can practice and you can fix your mistakes in Duolingo Plus. And then it tells you how many points you get. Up here, like I said, tells you have unlimited. Right here, it tells you how many days you've practiced in a row. If you earn, I think it's either 7 crowns or 10, then down here, you can click on the story and it'll have stories. I'll show you that in a minute. But if I haven't showed you the gym page, I want to show you that gyms cost even if you're in Duolingo Plus. But like I said, you need them less often and you have 2 freezes at a time. And that will help you keep your streak. So let's say you miss a day or 2, then you use those and it will say that you still have practiced, 7 or 9 days in a row, however many days in a row that you would have been if you had not missed those days. Then down here on the Duolingo, it will also have where you can buy the little owl outfits that cost 1,000 gems. And I said, you know what? I'll just keep him how he is. I would rather save my gems for if I need it in the middle of a lesson. And what I mean by that is, okay, see how you have these crowns here? You might get to, let's say this lesson here, number 2, and it'll ask you, do you want to try this lesson for 20 gems? And then if you click no thank you or no thanks, it'll take you back out to this main page. So eventually you will have to use the gems. So that's why I said if you earn a lot of gems, you might want to save it for your regular lessons. When you get over here to the purple crown, it'll tell you, congratulations, you've mastered this skill, but the purple crown has more than 1 lesson. Okay, so it's somewhere between 2, 3, and 4. In Spanish, it had like 3 or 4. And then in Chinese, which it has Mandarin, not Cantonese, it had 2. So I haven't gotten down to having 3 lessons within the purple crown yet, I don't think. If I did, I think I reached that goal yesterday. And you don't know. You don't know until you get to the purple crown. And remember, Duolingo, 5 mistakes. You have to start all over. And you may need gems. Okay, so another place where you'll need gems is if you are here on this chart, it'll tell you there's other people that are practicing and it'll tell you where you're at. And if you want to do a lightning round, in the beginning, there will be about, I think, like 9 lightning rounds. Each round is 10 gems. And I think I counted you need 90 to complete them. 2 things to remember: how many mistakes you've made and the fact that you cannot run out of time. So the first thing that you'll see is 8 XP, 12 XP, 16 XP. 8 XP, you'll get 2 minutes. 12 XP, you'll get 1 minute and 55 seconds. And then it keeps going down. It eventually gets down to 1 minute and 30 seconds. I've made it there. I have not passed that square because I attempted the lightning rounds in Duolingo and not in Duolingo Plus. So for 1, you can only make, like I said, 5 mistakes. For 2, if you do a time boost, I'll tell you what that is in a second. If you run out of time, you have to do the lesson over anyway. If you've made 5 mistakes, you have to start all the way over from the beginning of the lightning rounds if you have Duolingo. If you have Duolingo Plus, you have unlimited mistakes, but you still can't run out of time. If you boost your time in Duolingo, then you run out of time. So you have to do the lesson over, or like I said, 5 mistakes and you're right back to the beginning. In Duolingo Plus, you'll just keep doing that lesson over and over again. And the time boost cost. You get 1 minute. It costs 100 gems in Duolingo. In Duolingo Plus, I'm not sure if it costs the same. I think it does. So the way it works is you use your gems to buy more time boost. You have a single pack, a 5 pack, the 15 pack. But remember, your gems cost actual money. Okay, so you have to use a credit card. So you pay with real money with your credit card for the gems, and the gems pay for the time boost and other things that it tells you that you have to use gems for. Okay, so I decided that I want to keep my gems for the lessons, especially if I have to share them. That's another thing I don't know yet, is if I have to share it with my other family member that is on my plan. So I'm going to back out of this. Up here, it tells me up here in the top right where I'm pointing that I have no more time boost. And the good thing is, like I said, you have unlimited mistakes. So let's just say if I were to click this, now that I'm to this page and I don't have like 9 lessons that I have to go through, I just go as far as I want to. And then if I don't want to do a time boost, it'll say end session in red. And I click on that, and then it'll tell me if I placed at all. And if I did, if I placed first, second, or third. Okay, so I do know that if you finish in first place in the lightning round, then you get like 50 or 60 gems. That's the most gems I've earned at one time. And then you get like 20 or 30 or something times your points. Okay, so it's just a fun way, like little fun competition that you have with the other people. And then over here, like I said, once you unlock the stories, not all the languages have stories. Spanish does. Let's check up here and see. Okay, see, now it tells you. That's good, because another video I did, it did not tell how this works. So you can see it says unlock stories with 10 crowns. Collect more crowns to start reading stories in Italian. Now let's check Chinese. Remember, it's Mandarin, not Cantonese. So let's look. Okay, so down here, it does not show that there are stories in Mandarin. But if you go online and search Duolingo stories in Chinese, then it will give you, let's see here. I pushed the wrong button. Take a couple seconds here. And then it has stories. Now, it says these are unofficial. So, and it also has an option to log in. I didn't see that before, but this gives you just some practice. And it said that these stories are supposed to be in the app. I don't know why they're not there. I'm going to warn you, if you're doing it in Mandarin, okay, in Chinese, it's really difficult. Yes, you can click on each word and it'll tell you what it is. The words are written, in Chinese, and then it'll tell you. But it's intense. I'm happy that I don't, if I was going back to Duolingo, that I'm not going to be using, I can only make 5 mistakes and I have to earn more hearts. I don't have to worry about, the unlimited mistakes since I'm not logged in. I think if I log in, this won't show up anyway. So I'm really, really happy that that doesn't count against me there. And then if you are going to take a break, and you don't want to lose the fact, like if you practice for 15 minutes, then in the next 15 minutes you earn double your points, then don't close the app. Just leave it open. It will not close itself. It will stay open unless you decide to close it. Okay, so let's go through some lessons. So I don't have any mistakes to correct. Oh, you know what? That's because I'm in Mandarin. I'm going to go back to Chinese. No, back to Spanish. That's where I just switched back to Spanish. Okay, so since you can speak to this, I'm going to tell you right now, I can barely roll my R's with certain words. So we're about to have some good laughs. So let's see. What do I want to do first? Let's correct some mistakes. I do not remember what mistakes I made. So this, this should be, like I said, it's going to be pretty funny.
1, 2, 3.
Okay. For some reason, when I say this, I click this first, I wait for the little sound. It only hears me say uno. It doesn't hear the dos and the tres. So you get 3 chances. And then after that, it will tell you, if you're in Duolingo Plus, that the speaking lessons or exercises will come back in 15 minutes. And if you're in Duolingo, it will say that the microphone will tried to be accessed in like an hour. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys. I don't know. Sometimes this happens. I'm going to show you a way around this. Uno, dos, tres. Okay, see how it only lit up with uno? I said it. It heard me. It said it didn't sound right. I've had the tablet right next to my face. It still said the same thing. So I'm going to click continue. Can't speak now. And then, like I said, the speaking lessons will come back in 15 minutes. And like I said, in Duolingo Plus, I would have, or Duolingo, I would have a whole hour before I would have to try that again. Okay, also pay attention to what it tells you to write it in. So if it says Spanish, if it says Chinese, if it says Italian, or if it says English. Okay, because I have accidentally wrote the sentence in the same language. And of course, it told me I was wrong because I didn't pay attention to what language it said to translate it in. Okay, so it wants me to do it in Spanish. If you're in a lightning round, if you still want to try it, even though it's going to take a lot of gems, if you don't have Duolingo Plus, then anytime these words pop up in the dictionary, use it. Okay, it's going to help you with your speed because you are timed. Okay, so in this case, exam, I believe, is masculine. So, and then I messed up. It's examine in Spanish. Last time I wrote exam. And then okay, so let's see, let's check. And if you're not sure, you can click as long as it has those little dotted lines underneath, and it will tell you what to put. It may not tell you the correct order to write the sentence, but it will tell you what the word means and how to spell it. Okay, and you saw you don't get any gems or anything like that. You just get to erase your mistakes and add here. Now, I'm going to pay a little bit more attention to this number. So we have 1194. Let's see if this goes up. I don't have anything else to practice, so I'll do an actual lesson. Okay, I am not a student. Here, sometimes the first word will have an uppercase letter the way it's supposed to. So that will be kind of like a hint. If you're kind of lost on what else goes next, at least you'll know the first word, and that might help, trigger your memory. Down here, you can see
Yo.
all the words, all the first letters are lowercase.
No, soy un estudiante.
Yo necesito escribir en español.
Okay, so make sure I spell that right. And if it says it too fast, you can click the turtle.
Yo necesito escribir en español.
And then it'll slow it down. Make sure your spelling is correct. If you had to write 2 words, make sure you have a space. Don't worry about the accents over it. I don't know if later on you will have to put those in and if they will have options where you can click on it. But for now, you just have to know how to spell the word.
Siento.
It threw very in there. Last time very wasn't there. So we're about to find out. I've never actually had to add that in there. I don't know if mucho goes first or if siento goes first. But lo siento is I'm sorry. So let's see. Let's find out.
Yo estudio aquí. Yo estudio aquí. Yo estudio aquí.
And I want to show you guys that you can type while it's talking. Now, not all the time you saw. The last screen I was right, but it didn't tell me what it said. This time it did. Now, if you're wrong, it will tell you the correct way down here to do your answer.
Un libro de español.
Una pregunta difícil.
Last time I messed up, difícil is difficult. I put easy. Difícil is easy. So it says a difficult question. I almost put problem. That's question. And then yes, whether you're putting your answer in English or, like I said, in Spanish or any other language that you're practicing, if you have to put it in that language, you have to be able to put it in the order that it's supposed to go. Okay, so it works both ways.
Un examen de español.
¿Tú escribes en la computadora?
Okay, in this case, in actually means on and not in. So this question is, do you write on the computer, not in? Right here, also pay attention to the picture. If you know that the language has masculine and feminine words, and then the word before it has to be masculine or feminine as well to fit that, pay attention to the picture and that will give you a clue. So yes, it says the teacher. Yes, I have to put it in Spanish, but it has to be a male teacher. So it would be L. And I'm not going to even attempt to say that word. Sometimes I can roll my R. Sometimes I can't for the word teacher. Okay, I'm going to check my spelling. I'm going to look at it. And I believe that's right. And I don't think if you... No, see, if you tap on this, because it doesn't have dotted lines, it's not going to tell you. Okay, medicine is feminine, so it'll be la. Pay attention to if it says the versus a. I've done that before. Okay, professor is masculine, and in Spanish, professor only has one S. And actually, I take that back. If that had a picture of a woman, then it would have been feminine. I would have had to put. So that's where I forgot. I just said it all depends on the picture, right? And I forgot that fast. Okay, see, now it tells me that I get double the points if I keep practicing for 15 minutes. I'm not going to keep practicing for 15 minutes, but I will tell you that I changed my goal from practicing for 15 minutes to practicing for 20 minutes a day. So I thought that would change if it would double or triple the points, and it didn't. It stayed the same. Okay, I clicked on this just to see real quick. No, it didn't do it. Okay, I wanted to show you what happens once you get to the purple crown. It would have the little boxes there. And at this point for me, I believe in, at least in Mandarin, it has where I would earn 40 times the points. I don't think that I'm in the, as a matter of fact, I believe it's always 40 once you get to trying to earn the purple crown. Like I said, you might have 2, 3, or 4 lessons. So yeah, you guys, that's pretty much it. Just kind of play around with it. And then I don't know if I showed you guys the stories. I do not know why it did that. Oh, okay, it's just loading the page. Okay, so orange means that you already passed it. You got your plus 14 points. I do not know if you earn 14 more points if you listen to the story again. It tells you the topic of the story and what the story is mainly about. And then I don't think I've clicked on
La
this to show you.
chaqueta roja.
Okay, so it says, well, in Spanish it says the jacket red, but if you were to translate in English, it would be the red jacket.
Lily está en una tienda de ropa con su amiga Sari.
Okay, so Lily is in the clothing store with her friend Zari.
Esta tienda es muy cara.
Normally, this would be este, but because tienda is feminine, you have to change the E to an A. Okay, but like I said, it teaches you all of this. If you make a mistake and you're in a lesson, it will go to another page sometimes and it will tell you this word is masculine, this word is feminine, and it will give you the two options. And then you pick and you go from there. And in Duolingo, I'm not sure if you can correct your mistakes. Maybe you could. I don't even think I ever clicked on it to earn those points back.
Sí. ¡Wow! Esta chaqueta roja es perfecta.
Okay, so here you have to put what she said. You can always click this and listen to it again. If you notice right here, that's not chaqueta, it's not spelled right. And down here, rojo is not spelled right, so it's the middle one. Now, I will tell you, if you click on the wrong one, it will go against your mistakes if you have Duolingo. Okay, I believe in a story it also counts as well as a mistake.
Sari, me encanta este color.
Okay, I love this color. Okay, so you can close it. And it will stay how it is. So you don't have to complete it a second time. Like I said, if you want to complete it once, look at your gems over here. Or actually, no, not your gems, your points right here. And then complete it a second time and see if this goes up. You might be able to rack up on your points that way as well. And then it shows you that if I do 5 more lessons, then I think this will take me to unit 2. Okay, so yeah, you guys, I like Duolingo. It's fun. Like I said, I like the fact that you get to speak to it. If you buy Rosetta, I think it's just called Rosetta. I always add the word stone, but I think, like I said, it's just Rosetta. If you buy that, I think it's like $200 a lesson, and it's only one lesson like per language. So it's really expensive. I mean, yes, you get to speak to it. You have to have a headphone or, headset. But I mean, for the fact that you can join Duolingo for free, and then, like I said, if you run out of gems, you can earn them. You can keep going down on each lesson. Some lessons, it will say, do you want to try it for 20 gems? I think I told you guys this in the beginning, but if I didn't, I do want to mention that it might catch you off guard. You might get to the third lesson, and then it might ask you, do you want to try it for however many gems? And that's where it comes into the fact that, if you're going to go for those lightning rounds, you might want to have Duolingo Plus, because you don't have to worry about the mistakes. You just have to worry about completing the lightning round within the amount of time that you're given. That way you can save your gems. And like I said, once you get to time boost, it's kind of not worth it unless you don't want to have to go all the way back to the top. But it's not based off of the mistakes. I think it's based off of how many times you don't make it within the time. Okay, so you just have to kind of play around with it. Like I said, I've done both, so I might have some of my information a little mixed up. But anyways, like I said, you guys, that's it. I don't think there was anything else. I don't know. If you tried and you like it, let me know in the comments below. As always, if you like the video, like and subscribe. And if not, if you found it informational, then I hope that this helps. I would recommend it. I would recommend at least trying Duolingo Plus, like I said, for the 2 weeks for free. And then you can decide if you want to go back to the regular Duolingo. But as always, you guys, I hope that you have a great day. And thank you again for watching Upfront and Honest Reviews.